Hey everyone, how's it going? Chef Dexter here. Just want to come on and talk about a cool topic that I just went through. Neat story involved. I want to talk about training and how important it is to your organization, how important it is for the person that you just brought on to be successful in your organization, to let them last and to grow with you and to learn from you and from all your other employees and not have to hire anybody else, just to pour into them and have it a great success. So training goes a couple different ways, whether you're a corporate big structure or you're a smaller independently ran facility. But technically, training you should tell, show, and then watch. What I mean by that is you should tell them how you want it, tell them what to do, and then you show them how you want it, what to do, and then after that, the next one you watch them, you let them do it, and you watch them and you critique, and you let them just let them get loose. You know, you gotta get loose a little bit. Sometimes you're just so tense that you just don't want to get it wrong, and it winds up that it just kind of blows up. Just relax. As the employee standpoint, you got to relax. But the tell, show, watch, that should allow them to relax a little bit, get into their vibe, and just cook and just be them and cook. So the big corporations out there, the way they train, and it's awesome because that's why they're so big and that's why they have so many people. Their training process, right? But they have a week-long training. They got to fill out paperwork. They have tests. They have somebody hold your hand for a week and show you this and then show you that. Don't really touch anything. Don't really cook yet because we haven't, walked you around for that long. It's great because it works. Obviously, they wouldn't be that big and that powerful if it didn't work. So they have something going for them. But for you cooks out there that want to be a chef, or you chefs that haven't run across this yet, the smaller places, or if you have your own place, well, guess who's going to be doing the training if you own your own place? You are. So this is kind of cool because in a smaller place, you don't have a week to hold somebody's hand and get them up to speed. It's on the fly most of the time. We have dinner service tonight. I'm down one guy, and we normally ran it with just 2 of us on the line, or 3, or whatever it may be. Well, now it's only 1, and we still got to get the job done because there's 100 reservations or whatever it's going to be. And so what are we going to do? So you have to train them on the fly. So you got to tell them as much as you know in the beginning, and then show them as much as you can before you start. There's no way that you can make every single dish before 5 o'clock to show them how it's done. You're gonna have to wait until somebody orders one and do that with them on the fly. You're gonna have tickets on the board, 5, 6, 7 tickets, and a dish comes in that they haven't done yet, and it's not as easy as just telling them what to put in it. Although if you have a seasoned cook, by all means, you can most of the time tell them how it's done or what ingredients go into it, and they should be able to, saute a shrimp scampi as long as they know the ingredients. But it's all about how you want it done, how the chef wants it done, how the plating goes, what are the small ingredients that you throw in, and have that passion in the order. So there's a little bit of stuff that goes involved in that. But when it's a smaller entity, it's tough to train. You don't have all the time in the world to sit down and read the menu and do a test and make sure, and then go see if they know how to make it, and then retry it if you don't necessarily understand it. So it's just different. It's interesting to see how different it is and what we actually go through on a different level. If you're fortunate enough to be a chef in a giant place, they probably have trainers specifically set out to just train somebody. The place I'm the chef at right now, Sierra View Country Club here in Roseville, California, it's smaller. So we have a crew that works 6 days, and we cover all the shifts, and it's a small crew. So, we were training. So, my cool story about that, the whole training thing, is the tail show watch. Was the other night. Well, I didn't hire just one. I hired two new cooks. They both have had some experience. They know how to cook. They know what ingredients are, things like that. But they had never seen this menu before. It's a menu that we actually only run a few times a week or a month, and so we had to kind of learn on the fly. One of the guys was here to help prep some of the items on the menu, which helps because then you can see it, you're touching it, and then that goes there. I know that I've worked on that. I'll put that in there. I know what that is. But the other guy, he wasn't here to prep. He's in transition, so he started almost a half an hour before service. So I ran him through the menu real quick. One of the things that I told him was, or both of them, was to grab a menu, the physical menu. Grab this. Go to the line. Find the crusted asparagus. Go to the ingredients in your drawer. Find your crusted asparagus and go down the list. Find the salad. Find the aioli. Find the burger and touch it. Feel it. Touch every little piece of ingredient in there to get familiar with this. I know it's fast and I know it's on the fly, and I'll show you. This is what I told them. I'll show you how I want it, but bear with me because we're going to be doing this while the tickets are coming in. And so I had two guys that I'm training. I'm training one on saute and one on grill that night. So I'm running expo in the middle while I'm helping and cooking and showing and watching what they're doing. So keep that in mind. Do you know their job? Have you ran that position? The ins and outs of it, so you can just hear it come in and be like, okay, bottom drawer, left, right is your steak. Pull it out, season both sides, put it on the grill, set your plate. The plate's up top. Your garnish is right over there to the left. All of these things, so you got to walk them through each little thing like that. Because when you're new, you black out a little bit. You kind of like, you can take direction, but then the next time comes around like, wow, I have no idea what he just said. I'm just doing. I'm just trying to make it right. So as the chef, you need to know that they're not going to retain all of this. They're just trying to make it. They're nervous. They don't know where anything is. They don't want to mess up. They can't mess up on their first day, right? But by all means, make mistakes. They can make mistakes. It's just food, right? Of course, we're trying to feed the members and the customers, and you want to get it right and all this stuff, but be patient. It's tough to do it on the fly like that. So that's kind of our story. We made it. We had a lot of reservations. Well, not a lot of reservations, but a lot of walk-ins. So that was interesting. Both of those guys, they crushed it. They really did well. Keep in mind to set them up for success. The mise en place was there. We were completely ready. If you want to learn more about the mise en place, go check out my other video about mise en place and mindset. But anyways, we were set. They did great. They were their biggest critic. They thought they could have done better. I personally thought it went really well, considering, our circumstances. 2 new line cooks, a menu that they've never seen, a kitchen that they've never seen, a chef that they've only met once, servers that they don't know their names. All of this stuff was played in part in this night. But overall, yes, there's things that we could have done better. But overall, it was a success and it was awesome. It was a cool experience to be a part of. So something out there for you young cooks or you young chefs, or you're just now got your shot to do it. Keep in mind that that's all part of it. So it's that. So just a couple key pointers is, one, do you know how to run their station that you're training them on? The ins and outs, the backups, the process. Have you ever done it yourself too? Have you opened that station? Have you closed that station? So do you know where to wrap it up? Obviously, you're the chef, you know where things should be, but each line cook, they have their system within their line cook community, if you will. So do you know that little system? Do you know the little tweaks of one line cook? The opener likes your stuff to be put away like this, the you know. So there's those little things. So you need to have worked these stations before, and I'm a big believer in working that station. When somebody calls out sick, don't have somebody else cover it. You cover it if you can. I know that there's other stuff that we need to be doing, all the other chef stuff, ordering and all of it, right? But as much as you can, you need to be hands-on working that station and knowing what goes involved. That way, when it comes time that you can train somebody on it, you train them, you get them all set. It should only take a few days for them to get acclimated and set and trained. Yes, they're going to have questions throughout, but to be able to put them on their own in a fast-paced environment, you got to set them up for success, and you've got to be able to have worked that station for them. Another question I have for you: are you do you want to train that way? You know, if you don't want to train on the fly like that, well, maybe, you know, go more into a corporate setting where, you know, there's a trainer, there's a whole process, and, you know, I wish that there was more of that. Just sometimes in this world we just don't have it, right? So that's what we have to run into. But that's my whole thing on training, guys. Tell, show, and watch if you absolutely possibly can. Tell, show, watch. But I'd love to hear your story about how you were trained, or, you know, a nightmare of you being trained wrong, or something that you really took away that was completely awesome of your training process. I'd love to hear your feedback. Click the like button, the share button if you got some value out of this. I would really love it. If you know any cooks out there, share this with them. Subscribe to the video for sure. And we'll have some more chef pointers, the behind the scenes, the stuff you don't see on TV, the how-tos. If you want to move up, if you want to succeed, this is the channel to be. This is Chef Dexter. Have a good day.